Welcome to a KO special episode. So, it's pretty damn rainy, but otherwise, so far it's a calm and uneventful drive.
Oh, Scheiße! Der haut ab!
It doesn't look like this guy will give much of a crap about flashing. He didn't even slow down a single second. But he didn't take into account a BMW being more powerful than a Volkswagen and the determined composure of our camera driver. The cops will be needed for this one. This guy does not want to get caught. Our man is pretty lucky that he's not alone in the car, because if so, and if he might not have a hands-free unit, this whole situation would be way trickier to pull off. One can drive and watch the road, the other one can talk and watch the perpetrator. Yeah, driving carefully is quite the advice in this weather. I would not want to go faster than 100 kph in this rain, but this pursuit will turn out quite a lot faster. A policeman is about to pick up the phone and listen to the woman, how she's the calmest person on the planet.
Ein silberner VW Passat.
Ein silberner VW Passat, gerade reingefahren. Und der hat jetzt Fahrerflucht gegangen. Wir sind jetzt mit erhöhter Geschwindigkeit jetzt über ihm her.
As our woman is giving information about their position, two vans from German customs are standing at the side of the road. The camera driver tries to draw attention, but that doesn't really turn out possible without stopping.
Nee, der fährt ganz schnell weg. Jetzt ist er auf der A4-Abfahrt. Wir fahren jetzt relativ schnell hinterher. Ja.
As she keeps handing over information to the police, the other guy has gotten quite a bit away from us. But he's suddenly turning slower again, and our BMW can catch up.
Moment, wir sind gerade hier auf der Höhe.
Ja, das ist er.
Er bremst jetzt, wir sind jetzt auf Höhe Altstadt, Dresden-Altstadt. Also er bremst auch wirklich. Wir fahren jetzt Dresden-Messe unter Altstadt. Wir hoffen, also er fährt jetzt noch, wir hoffen, dass er jetzt runterfährt. Ja, also hier, wir machen jetzt kurz Warnblinkanlage an und nee, bis jetzt macht er noch keine Anzeichen runterzufahren. Wir sind jetzt auf Höhe 500 Meter vor der Abfahrt, Dresden-Altstadt-Meißen. Nee, also mach mal, dass der Lichthupe und Blinken steuert. Also wir gehen jetzt Lichthupe. Wir hoffen, dass er jetzt abfährt. Nee, der fährt nicht ab. Der fährt jetzt einfach wieder geradeaus weiter. Genau. Wir sind jetzt an der Ausfahrt vorbei.
It looks like this guy thought that he had shaken our man, because as soon as he saw the flashing, he's back on the gas. In hindsight, it would have been better to remain undercover, but I believe the cops wanted to be sure that this is not a mistake or misunderstanding. It's definitely not, and the guy keeps racing through the wet night. The woman now delivers some more info about the vehicle and how to recognize our car, and the cops need a minute to process it. We are already pretty fast for such a completely wet road, but this mad bastard ahead of us seems to be interested in finding out how far he can stretch the laws of physics. 200 kph in those circumstances. I don't think I would keep this pursuit going, because those scratches on your car are certainly not more important than your health or your life. At this speed, hydroplaning could happen at any random second. And once it happens, there is almost no chance of securing your car, and you could very well lose your car and your life in a fatal fountain of flying car parts. For a while now, aside from driving way too fast for this weather, nothing much is happening. They are basically driving along side by side. The lady in the car stays on the phone with the police all the time and constantly gives information where they are. Meanwhile, this guy slowed back down to a rather normal speed again and keeps driving for a few minutes as if he didn't cause a crash at high speed and then fled the scene. Seems like at some point he remembers this and gets back into Fast and Furious mode.
Er beschleunigt wieder.
Jetzt beschleunigt er wieder. Wir sind jetzt bei 170, 180.
Holy shit, he's going 220. But something is about to happen.
Ah ja, alles klar. LKW. Moment, ich sehe den Fahrer. Es ist ein Mann. Nur eine Person ist im Auto. Jetzt, oh, jetzt ist er abgefahren. Jetzt ist er abgefahren, Radeberg. Oh, Entschuldigung. Ja. Nee, wir sind jetzt hinterher. Haben weiterhin Warnblinkanlage an. Jetzt ist er nach rechts abgefahren Richtung Meißen, Großenhain, Königsbrück und so weiter.
Our man seems to be in full 007 mode. So far it looks to me like he knows what he's doing, but pulling off some high-risk driving on wet roads is a whole different story than on dry ones. It can very quickly happen that you lose grip and this whole thing is over. For your car and maybe even for yourself. So, if you ever end up in a similar situation, you need to be very clear about your own abilities, the abilities of your car, and being aware of the weather. Certainly, it makes a huge difference how you can drive with a BMW or with a Yugo. He's got a sticker from what on his car? From his company. This guy is trying to run from a crash he caused in a commercial vehicle. This alone would deliver all the necessary information to find out who this guy is. And it doesn't matter that time and time again he switches around from driving like a maniac to being nice and slow, driving like the most innocent person as if nothing happened. Which is why nothing much is going on right now. But it almost seems like he's driving this way because he simply doesn't know where to go. We are aimlessly driving around in a town here.
Aber auch keinerlei Anstalten anzuhalten, also auch auf Lichthupe reagiert.
He's got no idea where he is. There's maybe a very desperate try to shake us, but it results in nothing else but driving in circles.
Alter, wahrscheinlich, nee, wir fahren jetzt in der 30er-Zone, aber er macht immer noch keine Anstalten anzuhalten. Der fährt einfach stumpf weiter, jetzt ist ja so ein kleiner Abknick, wir halten uns rechts.
This driver is now trying to work himself back to the freeway. Our woman keeps reporting the location, and now she can also report the condition of the other vehicle as well.
Aber wir haben auch gerade gesehen, als er sich so gewendet hat, also seine vorne rechts logisch ist auch eingedrückt und sein Spiegel eingeklappt und also da sieht man schon, dass er uns da links reingefahren ist. Gucken, was er macht. Ja, er blinkt und fährt Richtung. Er will Richtung Dresden, doch ist er nicht auf der Autobahn. Jetzt sind wir wieder auf der Autobahn Richtung Dresden, auf der A13 Richtung Dresden.
It's another moment where he's driving rather normal because he almost forgot that he's in the middle of a felony, so he needs to get back on the gas again.
Ja, weiter. Nee, also jetzt gibt er wieder Gas, also wir sind jetzt 150.
I'm not quite getting this guy's picture. Why does he keep running? Has he not yet recognized that he can't shake our man? And even if he did, what would it be good for? By knowing the company alone, it should be easy to find out who the driver is. And talking about company, this hit and run is not the only thing. What is he gonna tell his boss what happened to the car? Well, maybe he does have some Romanian backyard mechanic, quickly having the issues fixed for a little buck, and hoping that nobody would ever find out. Running in general seems very idiotic. Every single car does have some kind of insurance. But there is a reason to all this. You'll see.
Also wir geben weiterhin Lichthupe. Wir sind jetzt bei 120.
Now we are back to pretending nothing ever happened and trying to blend in, aren't we? In this segment here, she is giving a few more clues about on which spot of the freeway they exactly are. And the squad cars are very close. The perpetrator keeps driving like he is on a relaxed weekend trip, and our guy is following behind. The camera driver is flashing many times again, probably not for trying to make this other guy stop, but to alert nearby police.
Ja, also wenn sie dort vorne sind, dann sehe ich sie ja, die zivilen Kollegen, da sind wir wahrscheinlich gerade jetzt mit drauf. Ja, ja, alles klar, wunderbar. Wir bleiben dahinter.
I don't know about you guys, but after this pretty intense thriller, I was cheering when those blue lights finally popped up. And the crash driver didn't even seem to realize that the police means him and just keeps going his way when they were trying to pull him over. They go for a second try, and maybe now he finally got it, that there is no escape. Even if he wanted to, his Volkswagen is not the right vehicle to even try to lose cops. They usually have more horsepower than you, they have a regular driver training, and many squad cars even got a bigger gas tank, so in case of a pursuit, the runner will always run out of gas first.
Ja, wie gesagt. Jetzt halten wir an, jetzt hoffe ich, dass mein Mann sich beruhigt.
Ich bin ruhig.
Ah, wunderbar. Alles klar, die Kollegen sind dabei. Genau, jetzt sind sie am Fahrzeug. Wunderbar, ich habe zu danken. Danke schön. Einen schönen Abend noch. Tschüss.
Dude, what a roller coaster ride. Kudos to you for having a camera in there.
Ich mal, das ist halbwegs drauf war.
It's still the question why this guy went on this pretty pointless run. He definitely better doesn't try to flee from the cops as well. This would not end well. Well, the policeman gotta tell us something.
Dankeschön. Ja.
The cops decided it would be the better idea to get things sorted out away from high-speed traffic on wet ground. It turns out our man's BMW suffered damages of 12,000 bucks, and it took the opposing insurance almost 3 months to finally pay for them. And what about the driver? We all agree that this behavior is not the way a sane person reacts, and well, he wasn't very sane anymore. It was found out that the guy was heavily drunk, and he tried to run away from the problems he himself caused in the first place. We don't have any information about the outcome for this guy, but I am pretty sure he's on probation now, together with huge fines and a very long driving ban if he may not have lost the license forever. I don't think I need to explain to you how bad alcohol and driving mixes, and this video is a good example how only bad things come by if you do. At least nobody got hurt in this crazy road battle, and I am sure even if the protagonists didn't realize, they have several times been very close to severe loss of grip and therefore a life-changing crash. Always think clearly about your skills and how far you are willing to go, because nobody gives a crap about your car when the only thing you'll ever end up sitting in is a coffin.